Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that no one should be surprised about this. That's because Taylor's insecurities are showing when it comes to Ridge and Brooke. As our readers already know, Taylor rushed to ask for Ridge's hand in marriage after learning Ridge was jealous about Nick Marone lurking around Brooke. Now Taylor is pushing Ridge to set a wedding date before he goes on a business trip to Italy with Eric and Brooke. Clearly, this woman is more than just a little jealous. Of course, the internet certainly did have a lot to say about the matter. Some even commented with, "I couldn't believe when she pushed Ridge to set a wedding date after finding out that Brooke would be going to Naples. Pathetic." Another fan of the show wrote, "Even at the hospital, she acts all wrong for the role of Taylor. It just doesn't work. Taylor should be this confident character who has matured with age and is smart enough not to get between Ridge and Brooke anymore. The character could be far more interesting than trying to get Ridge again and always worried he will go back to Brooke." And then there was this comment as well. "The guy has been married numerous times before and it never stopped him from cheating or leaving his wife. Also, Brooke is in fashion and an important part of the company. Ridge is going to be around Brooke whether Taylor likes it or not, so she better get used to Ridge and Brooke spending time together. She should trust her partner. But it's clear that she doesn't, or else she wouldn't be obsessed with whether or not Brooke is going to go and rush to set a date." In a week already brimming with tension in Los Angeles, the return of Dr. Taylor Hayes is sparking more than just nostalgic glances. The bold and the beautiful spoilers tease that Taylor's polished exterior is beginning to crack, and under the surface lies a whirlwind of insecurities, unresolved emotions, and maternal instincts on high alert. As familiar rivalries reignite and shifting dynamics rattle her once stable foundation, Taylor finds herself on shaky ground once again. Could Taylor's insecurities cost her everything, her family, her friendships, and the strength she's worked so hard to reclaim? A familiar face in a changed landscape. When Taylor returned to Los Angeles, she expected to feel a renewed sense of purpose. After all, she was coming back as a respected psychiatrist, a dedicated mother, and a woman finally in control of her own narrative. But things in the Forrester universe have shifted, again, and not all in her favor. Ridge and Brooke, once thought to be in yet another endless cycle of heartbreak, are more united than ever. Their recommitment ceremony, private, sweet, and shockingly drama-free, hit Taylor like a ton of bricks. Not because she still hoped for Ridge deep down, or so she tells herself, but because she felt a silent exclusion from a family she once considered hers. Steffi and Thomas have their own lives now, full of chaos and choices Taylor doesn't always understand, especially when it comes to how close Steffi is to Brooke. That alliance, once impossible, now feels personal to Taylor. And as she tries to reassert herself as the heart and soul of her fractured family, a storm of insecurities bubbles up. The Brooke factor, frenemy or threat? Taylor and Brooke once made an unlikely truce, supportive, mature, and even empowering. They agreed not to fight over Ridge anymore, and for a while, that decision led to peace. But peace never lasts long in this town. Now that Brooke and Ridge are back together, Taylor can't help but wonder, was she ever truly over Ridge? Was her friendship with Brooke built on shaky ground? Recent interactions between the two have been polite but strained. Taylor forces smiles, nods at Brooke's musings, and pretends not to notice when her opinions are gently pushed aside during family gatherings. But it's taking a toll. Brooke still commands attention in every room, and when Ridge instinctively glances at her with warmth in his eyes, Taylor can't help but feel invisible again. The worst part? She hates herself for noticing. Taylor prides herself on her professionalism and growth, but she's still human, and that vulnerability is beginning to show. Steffi's autonomy shakes Taylor. For years, Taylor's greatest pride was Steffi, a strong, fearless woman who stood by her mother's side. But now, Steffi's support seems divided. She defends Brooke more often than not. She confides in Ridge and even, at times, Hope. Hope. That fact alone is enough to make Taylor wonder where her daughter's true loyalties lie. A major blow comes when Steffi chooses not to involve Taylor in a key decision about Luna's place at Forrester Creations. When Taylor learns secondhand about Steffi defending Luna against company-wide criticism, without so much as a call to her mother, she feels sidelined. It's not just about being left out. It's about becoming irrelevant. For a woman who built her identity around nurturing and healing her children, Taylor finds herself grasping for a purpose beyond being a consultant psychiatrist or doting grandma. Thomas' change of heart creates doubt. Thomas, too, has grown in ways Taylor finds both admirable and alarming. His devotion to Hope, both professionally and romantically, has brought stability to his life. But it's also created distance from his mother. Taylor tries to offer advice, especially about navigating romantic boundaries and avoiding obsession. But Thomas smiles, reassures her, and then goes ahead with his own plan. Taylor, once his anchor, now feels like an echo in his life. What cuts deeper is Thomas' reluctance to rekindle old Forrester versus Logan feuds. He's even defending Brooke, crediting her for trying to help Luna and for supporting Hope through difficult times. Taylor watches in quiet turmoil as her son praises the woman who once made her feel like second best. Self-doubt in the professional arena. While personal struggles weigh heavy, Taylor's professional world is also in flux. She's taken on a few high-profile clients in Los Angeles, but she's beginning to feel the burnout of constantly fixing other people's lives while hers remains unbalanced. A major storyline is brewing around one of her clients, possibly involving a dark secret, a mental breakdown, or even a criminal confession that puts Taylor in an impossible ethical position. The added pressure begins to manifest in small ways. She misses lunch dates, forgets appointments, and lashes out at friends with uncharacteristic sharpness. Even her close colleague, Dr. Jordan, gently suggests she consider a sabbatical. "You can't pour from an empty cup," he tells her. But Taylor isn't ready to admit she's drowning. A secret slips, and everything changes. The turning point comes when Taylor, in a rare moment of emotional honesty, confides in Katie Logan. The two women have never been particularly close, but a chance encounter over coffee turns into an unexpectedly raw conversation. Taylor admits she feels unseen, that she wonders if she's wasted years chasing validation from people who only ever offered it when convenient, that she thought she was past this phase, that maybe old wounds never really heal. Katie, surprisingly, listens without judgment. She even shares her own feelings of being second fiddle in the Logan dynasty. It's a bonding moment, but it doesn't stay secret for long. Word of Taylor's confession gets back to Brooke, likely via Donna or a well-meaning Hope, and the fallout is swift. Brooke confronts Taylor not with malice, but with concern. "You don't have to compete with me, Taylor." "You never did," Brooke says. But the sentiment, however genuine, only deepens Taylor's sense of humiliation. She feels like a charity case. Worse, she feels pitied. And that's the last thing she wants from Brooke Logan. The past comes roaring back. In the wake of her vulnerable moment going public, Taylor finds herself spiraling into introspection. Flashbacks of her past, Ridge's betrayals, Stephanie's favoritism, her own breakdowns, creep in like shadows. She questions every choice she's made. Choosing her career over confrontation, trusting the wrong people, believing she was strong enough to let Ridge go without a fight. Those closest to her notice the change. Her once confident voice grows hesitant. She's quieter in family meetings, more subdued in her sessions. And then she cancels an important press interview for a mental health conference, something she would never have done 6 months ago. Steffi, concerned, confronts her mother privately. "Mom, are you okay?" Steffi asks, brow furrowed. "You're not yourself." Taylor fights back tears but eventually confesses, "I'm just tired, honey. Tired of fighting to be heard. Tired of pretending I'm okay." The unexpected ally. Enter a surprising source of support, Carter Walton. The legal eagle, fresh off his own emotional roller coaster, finds common ground with Taylor over dinner at Il Giardino. Their friendship has always been cordial, but this time, something shifts. Carter sees through Taylor's smile. He tells her she's not broken, she's just evolving. That maybe for once, she doesn't have to be the therapist. She can let someone else be there for her. Their budding closeness sparks gossip, especially from Ridge, who seems suddenly, and suspiciously, interested in Taylor's romantic life. But Taylor doesn't care. For the first time in a long time, she feels safe being vulnerable. A new chapter or an old cycle. Just as Taylor begins to find her footing again, a new twist emerges. Sheila Carter is rumored to be circling Luna once more, and Leigh Finnegan wants Taylor's help. Taylor is faced with a critical choice. Retreat into her own healing journey, or step back into the Forrester battlefield to help protect her extended family from another emotional hurricane. Her insecurities haven't vanished, but they've become a lens through which she can understand others better, maybe even herself. Still, one question lingers. Is Taylor strong enough to break the cycle, or is she about to repeat it? Final thoughts. Vulnerable, but not defeated. Taylor Hayes has always been one of the bold and the beautiful's most complex characters. A woman of strength, love, sacrifice, and yes, mistakes. Her insecurities don't make her weak, they make her real. And as this chapter unfolds, viewers are about to see a side of Taylor that's raw, emotional, and ultimately empowering. Whether she finds peace in solitude, new love with Carter, or renewed purpose in protecting her family, one thing's for certain: Taylor's journey is far from over. And this time, she's not pretending to be fine. She's ready to feel it all. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our BOLD and BAUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.